my sign for today. Tell me everything's gonna be a-okay. Nice little rainbow. Want to see some crazy clouds, guys? So when tornadoes form and the cloud starts getting close to the ground, I'm telling you right now, you should see the temperature plunging. You know, you take the time to film these things, and often, rarely, it ever really comes out to anything, but you never know. Wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing some lightning soon. The change in the temperatures are pretty drastic. I don't know if I'm going to show this clip or not, but I often film a lot of clips like this. I'm going to set up right here. We're going to film that time lapse of moving over. So now we head to the moon. We're just on the edge of the moon. This is actually the top of the moon, the north side, during the afternoon. And that's a UFO going by. What I've done is I've completely taken the exposure down. It's nearly impossible to see. It's a pretty big object. And of course, this is not in infrared. This is with a regular camera in the afternoon. I didn't see it until I did descend the exposure. For those just arriving to the channel, thank you very much for taking the time to subscribe. This is my full-time job. YouTube is my life. Never thought I'd say that. These are UFOs on the surface of the moon. I love YouTube because I'm able to connect with people. Let's see that again. Those are lights on the surface that I'm seeing, but I want to show all the different characteristics. It's changing directions. There's objects appearing and disappearing around it. We're on the moon, and these lights are there. When I filmed the moon, even from far away, we could see there's a haze there on the surface. And the closer we get, the more it gets blurry, the more haze and fuzz there is. But look what we can see underneath the hazes. We're seeing something moving. And you know what? I'm still undecided as to if this object is actually on the surface or if it's actually flying in the atmosphere of the moon. But you see a very strange movement to this object as it's traveling across the lunar surface, and yeah, it's changing directions. It's going wherever the hell it wants. It's not on one straight path at all. It even stops. These are all signs of my gosh, can we say alien life? I mean, what are they? What are those things? Are they UFOs? Okay, could be, but it's heavenly seeing them under the clouds and the fuzz like that. For me, it's just a natural, beautiful shot of some research where, you know, most people are not going to understand what I'm filming. Most people say that I use filters. I don't, my friends. This is an inversion. I zoomed up with my telescope. They say, how the hell does he zoom up? I have a 14-inch telescope. And properly done, you can do it with a smaller telescope too. It's not going to be as close, but you could still get signs of them from far. That is how I started. And these objects are illuminated, and behind them, smokes often follow them. And at times, we see the illumination get very strong. At times, we see the illumination like it's going out. They get smaller, they go to the surface, they leave and arrive to the moon. So it's not exaggerated to think that someone was up there. This, guys, I want to talk to you about this piece, okay? Let's call it a piece or a structure. I think it's the flat, I know it's the flattest part of the moon that I've ever seen. And it's a very out of place object. Obviously, this is Copernicus. And now, here's the thing. You might not believe me. There's a line leaving Copernicus that goes all the way to that structure. And I'm going to point the structure. There it is. I'll put the arrow all along it. I'm not kidding you. There's a path, a line that leaves Clavius crater that goes to that object. Here is Mare Fecunditatis. We're going to be traveling downwards toward the Apollo 11 moon landing, the supposed Apollo 11 moon landing. We're going to see the craters very well. It's a clear night. And this isn't footage from tonight, by the way. I am outside as you guys are watching this. And either tonight late, for sure, or tomorrow early, you will see the footage that I did record tonight on July 31st now. But I filmed, I think it was 10:30, 11 o'clock on the 30th. For those just arriving to the channel, first of all, thank you. And this is definitely my best finding. One of my best findings. There's many, actually. I got a lot of cool stuff. But seriously, look at these objects. We're going to slow it down a little bit. And at the same time, I'm going to have to give a shout out for, can I remember the name? Timothy, Ralph, Pillps, and my friend CrawlFace. Bro, you're inspiring, man. I'm watching those videos of yours. Thanks, guys. Well, I never thought I'd say it, but that Bruce Seasall is frickin' annoying.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we've had a